let's get you some developments from Israel, because the IDF said that the attempt to facilitate the safe passage of Gaza citizens to the south of Gaza through the humanitarian corridor is facing strong resistance from Hamas, with Israel claiming that its soldiers were attacked by Hamas missiles as Israeli forces tried to open up the north-south humanitarian corridor in Gaza. The Israeli military had announced the opening of the Salah al-Din route for 3 hours in the Gaza Strip to allow civilians to move away from the conflict zones. However, Israel alleges that Hamas fired mortars and anti-tank missiles, preventing Gazans from escaping. Listen in to the IDF.
Hamas, as a terror organization, has an operational strategy and also a civil humanitarian strategy. And Hamas is trying to use every civil infrastructure, every humanitarian infrastructure, even the UN infrastructure, in order to promote their goals. And this corridor that we tried to open today was for the civilians that do not want to be a part of these clashes between us and Hamas ISIS, to evacuate from the north to the south, like we declared, and try to convince them to move to the north, to the south, sorry. So in order for them to use those civilians, they attacked one of our posts in order to maintain their presence in the north.
מבחינתנו התחיל פה מעבר אוכלוסייה עבור. הקטנה, אני חושב שירו עליי, קטנה. ירי של RPG, אני חושב מכיוון הרצועת. מבחינתנו התחיל פה מעבר אוכלוסייה עבור. הקטנה, אני חושב שירו עליי, קטנה. ירי של RPG, אני חושב מכיוון הרצועת.
Now, the IDF released another video showing how its Arrow defense system intercepted a rocket launched from Gaza towards the Arava area in Israel. Now, this comes even as Hamas earlier confirmed that it had launched its long-range Ayash 250 rocket towards the city of Eilat in its far east launch since the start of the war. Now, these visuals on our TV screens show the Hamas onslaught against Israel. A heavy Hamas rocket barrage was launched by the Hamas terror group on Israel, as the video released by a news channel shows rockets flying over the Tel Aviv skyline. While a Hamas rocket attack towards the Arava region in southern Israel was spotted by the IDF, Israel is also presently grappling with a very serious challenge as it navigates a two-front war. In a bid to lend cover fire to Hamas, the militant group Hezbollah aimed at rockets at several Israeli army posts, one of which was completely destroyed by Burkan rockets in Jal al-Alam, which is situated along the Lebanon border. Now, this marks the first time that Hezbollah has used Burkan rockets, which are equipped with explosives weighing between 400 kgs to 500 kgs. Meanwhile, as the Israeli Defense Forces deepen its ground offensive in the Gaza Strip, engaging in firefights with gunmen inside the enclave, while continuing to carry out airstrikes, the Defense Minister also spoke out. Listen in.
The Hamas organization knows no borders. The residents of Israel saw this on October 7th, when they saw the severe murders, the abuse, the brutality, the atrocities, the rape and the kidnappings. The heads of Hamas are responsible for this. We will reach them. We will reach Yahya Sinwar and eliminate him. I say from here to the residents of Gaza, if you get him before us, it will shorten the war.
It's our view that a ceasefire now would simply leave Hamas in place, able to regroup and repeat what it did on October 7th.
The Israeli forces are gradually upping its ground offensive in Gaza to wipe out Hamas, lock, stock and barrel. Take a look at this report.
What really happened on that particular day?
מה בדיוק קרה ביום הזה?
הגיעו לפה מחבלים.
Terrorists came here.
ואני הייתי פה למעלה, התחלתי להגיע מפה, ויריתי על מחבל פה.
He came from upstairs and he shot a terrorist right here.
ומפה התחלנו את הגיע ההרג בעצם, של המחבלים. השתלטו לנו על התחנת משטרה.
They took over the terrorists over the police station, so from here all the people that come back from Sderot to start to shoot from here to kill them.
הצלחנו להציל 2 ילדות קטנות
in the process, they saving 2 young girls.
How difficult was the situation? What kind of weapon they were carrying with them? How many men were there?
כמה אנשים היו, כמה קשה זה היה, ואיזה נשק היה להם.
היה להם את כל הנשקים שאתה רוצה, מג, RPG, מקח, רימונים, מטענים.
There are all kinds of weapons, mug, bombs, grenades, all kind of.
How many Hamas terrorists were here in that Serot area at that time?
כמה טרוריסטים היו פה?
בין 30 ל-40.
Between 30 and 40 terrorists,
40.
Hamas. Yeah.
So, despite being injured, you kept fighting.
למרות שהיית פצוע, אתה המשכת להילחם.
כן, הייתי פצוע, המשכתי להילחם, ראיתי לנגד עיניי את הילדות הקטנות.
So what is it?
He kept on fighting, and he saw in front of his eyes those 2 kids, and that he needs to be saved. So he saved the kids.
So what is more important is that for him, he did not think about himself. He took the bullets on his body because he saw there were 2 kids and they were trying to target innocent unarmed civilians. That's one of the reasons that he decided that somehow he has to save those kids, just to save lives of the kids. Let me show you. This is the spot. Exactly. This is the place where actually the kids were there. He came out to this place. He just tried to save those kids. During the process, he took the bullet on his body, but he was able to finally save their lives. And this narrates the story of valor. This narrates the story of grit. This narrates the story of determination. And that's what exactly has helped people of Israel.
Well, after the brutal attack by Hamas on October 7th, Israel has vowed to dismantle the terror organization that functions in the Gaza Strip. The Israel Defense Forces claimed that they have neutralized over 2,500 Hamas targets in the Gaza Strips, including launch pads and lookout posts and weapon depots. Now, IDF says that the Operation Iron Sword is underway. The Israeli ground forces are only 2 kilometers away from the Hamas command center in the heart of Gaza.